So while everyone was not fully engaging Blackdom on a daily basis, there was a time when they did. And you could also do things under the name of Blackdom while in Roswell or in another city. What does that mean? Okay. Pie chart of black professors at New Mexico State doesn't even have a number because it's just a sliver. So if you want to understand why the history hasn't been told, it's because you don't have any black people telling the story. They tell the story like this. And remember, this story that you see from them comes from a particular perspective. It was to talk about how New Mexico was receiving of everyone. It's a revisiting of history that wasn't. That's what that sounds like. Boyer had problems in the South, came to New Mexico, and he was good. He found the promised land. What did he say in there? He was Moses. That's good for the family narrative, but how can I benefit from that? I'm not Moses. So I had a committee for my dissertation, and one of the professors, Dr. Shepard, he said, "Hey, why don't you do this thing on Blackdom?" I watched that, and I was like, that is not the kind of history I want to do. He's like, "No, just do it." So it took me 2 years to get into it. I got into it when I said, okay, I will do Blackdom if I can find somebody that reminds me of Compton. I'm originally from Compton, and if I can find somebody in Blackdom that I could see in Compton, I will go ahead and write this dissertation about Blackdom. You'll meet her later. Okay, so that's the pie chart. Look, look, no number. The pie chart says it all. Okay, so what I need you to do is to look under your seat. You get a car. No, I'm kidding. There's a census underneath your chair with a pin. Well, if you had to put your chair on the ground, it's probably not there. There may be some over there. Now, there should be 2 sheets of paper. Okay, one double-sided. This right here, though, if you get one, this is on the table. We are going to get into race stuff. So this is also your white privilege. To be able to say what you need to say, raise your hand, and then we have to address you. Okay, so when I talk about race doesn't exist, I'm trying to get us all to a place where we all can talk. Malcolm had this saying, you know, if we could all come to the table and not offend each other, we could just get out on the table what we really have to say, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be a problem. The table that we're trying to set today is, we're going to begin the conversation at race doesn't exist. Good? All right, so now while this video of Tim Wise is playing, I want you to take the census. It is on the front with, you should see it says #CensusUs. And oh, by the way, that hashtag you can use when you're on social media. When you're on social media to talk about this particular thing, if you're one of those kind of people.
Yes, we can establish a whole township. It's possible, people. We can name the town. We can name the streets. We can have our own schools. We can